Hey everyone, welcome back to Journey the Long Road. We're here on BeamNG.drive, and as you can see, there is a rock floating in the sky, right almost above this vehicle. And while I have the vehicle paused, I'm using the Chaos mod again. This time we have it set to drop rocks on us. We have the number of rocks down quite a bit down from where we had the number of cars recently, just to avoid the craziness. And what we have done, we've installed a mod that gives us both the, the JATO, the rocket boosts on this vehicle, which we're probably not going to use, to be honest. And we have the ram plow here on this vehicle. But the mod gives us both of those things together. So we're just leaving it as is. Putting the ram plow on this thing is going to be interesting. What I've seen from testing is that you have a collision with a big rock with the ram plow. The ram plow holds up very nicely, and it stays firmly connected to the truck. But depending on the vehicle tends to buckle in the middle one way or another and causes a heck load of problems. But the one advantage of this vehicle being that it's quite low, so it is actually below the ram. So if we ricochet a small rock off the thing, it should be okay. And the idea, the hope, the dream that I haven't tested yet is that if a rock lands on this thing, on the flatbed, maybe the vehicle will have a fighting chance. I kind of doubt it, especially a large one. But let's go. Hopefully this rock doesn't hit us. Good. It was actually smaller than I thought it was, just perspective. So let's see if we can make it anywhere near the end, anywhere close to the end of this long map. And again, you can see this map is ridiculously long. This vehicle would probably take, I don't know, half an hour at least to get across this map. On a good day, I don't expect us surviving more than about 2 minutes here. There's not a crazy amount of rocks falling, and that's done for a reason, because a lot is going to be crazy. Like I said, the small ones, maybe we can bounce off of ourselves, but even ones like that one that just fell on the road beside us, if we take a direct hit, that could be very well game over. And this ram plow is not a sure thing. Those rocks are heavy. I don't know how much they weigh, but they're probably, easily thousands of pounds. So let's be careful. I almost drifted into that one with the side of the vehicle. That's not going to hold it very well. There's actually been surprisingly few... Oh! Never mind. I was going to say surprisingly few that have landed on the road, but right away we took a bit of a hit there. That clearly did some damage to the vehicle. The little tiny one we just kicked out of the way, but the big one that just clipped the side of us was a problem. I think it hit the road. Ah! It's a bouncy rock. I think the one that hit the road beside us bounced into the side of the truck and did some substantial damage. So we gotta have to watch for that a little bit. There's one falling right in front of us. Let's avoid it. It tried to bounce our direction. But I love a bouncy for rocks. I mean, I've never tried to... Yikes! Tried to drop a several thousand-pound boulder onto the road in front of me while I'm driving to see how well they bounce. But I imagine that they might be a little bit bouncier than one would expect. But that's okay, because the bounce has already saved us. It might be what ends us. Oh, that was close. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to turn the camera to the side. The vehicle is the frame. It's hard to tell. I don't want to look away for too long because if something hits in front of us, if a rock lands in front of us, we're not going to be able to adjust for it. But I'm trying to determine if the frame of the truck is bent a little bit. It's hard to tell. It's all dark and shadowy under there too. So really it's tough to say. Like I said, I don't expect to make it anywhere close. Stay there, rock. Anywhere close to the end of this map. Especially for this part of this section of the map where we're largely uphill. So the momentum is not really there, which isn't a terribly bad thing. Obviously, a rock landing on us is bad. We want to get to the end as fast as possible to minimize our chances. But, yeah, if we hit a rock going full speed, like 100 and some kilometers an hour, then we're toast. Speaking of toast, things are feeling a little bit toasty in here. That rock... Ow! Yeah, there's many problems. Everything's fine. I don't mind our fuel levels rapidly declining. I have no explanation as to why that's happening. I was just thinking, you know what? This is way farther than I made it during testing. Already. What happened to my wheels? What happened to my wheels? And pretty much as I thought, we're making it far. Things came to an end. My drive shaft is broken. This thing is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, so that's it. The vehicle took a few hits to destroy, but honestly, not really a lot. I mean, that could have gone better. Could have gone worse. Let's try something different now. Alright, so this time around, we have ourselves 20 simple vehicles that are going to be dropped. Same radius and drop height and everything like that. The game is going and just spawning all these vehicles right now, which takes a second. I doubled the amount of vehicles dropping on us as opposed to, like 20 now, as opposed to the 10 rocks that were dropping before, because I think this truck will resist the rocks landing, or the cars bouncing off the front of it a little bit better than, or resist the cars bouncing off of it a little bit better than the rocks. Holy crap, I can't talk. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We did another vehicle a while back. I forget what it's called. The bigger vehicle. And it did pretty good against the cars. It had quite a few land on top of it before it failed. But this one is not as heavy duty. This one doesn't have the big old roll cage. And it just isn't as robust of a vehicle by any means. Well, let's go here. They are falling from the sky on top of us immediately. Also a problem is we don't have as much power. The cars... yeah, this is a problem. That's not working out. We might need to rethink that. Ow! They keep landing on us directly. We might need to rethink our settings here. Get away from me. But we don't have enough power to really pull ourselves away from all this carnage when things block us in and land on top of us. Can we get out of... The shadows above me just freak me right out. Can we get out of here and out of the carnage a little bit? Maybe we can kind of artificially force the cars to spawn in a larger radius when we're moving faster or something, or maybe avoid... That's a problem. There goes our fuel tank again. Reversing is also an issue, given that the vehicle is kind of inside of this rock. I think that's all we're getting. We don't have the traction to back ourselves up here, and we're kind of against that almost against that hill. Yeah, I think this is all we're getting. Well, that went absolutely terribly. Let's make some more changes and try again. Like, I thought we were good. Everything went terrible at first, and then for a second there I thought we were clear, but that was absolutely not the case. Alright, let's try that again. This time I have it spawning just 10 vehicles. That's the same settings as we had for the rocks. Just, you know, obviously cars instead of rocks. Let's see if we can get out of here. Let's see if we don't have power to get ourselves a little bit of momentum before things start landing on top of us. It seemed like we got focused right off the bat last time. Truck, I was trying to... What? Okay, reset. Nobody saw anything. I was trying to avoid that truck, and then it landed and bounced in a weird way. Yeah, nobody saw anything about that attempt. That definitely didn't happen at all. No, never. No one saw the tree suddenly... Hey! Get in our path. Vehicles falling between our vehicle and our camera. That's... I'm trying to watch for shadows to appear in front of us, but they... Oh no! Oh! But they're not very helpful as far as telling you where vehicles are going to land. Because first of all, the vehicles aren't falling straight down, and then the perspective from where the light source is and all that jazz, and... Okay, I need to be careful with speed. I want to pick up a lot of speed, but if I take a hit while traveling at speed, it's just so destructive to the vehicle. Yeah, like we had a lot more vehicles falling. I think it was in a larger radius though, with the tougher vehicle in the last video we did of this. Oh jeez. But this chaos mod is just ridiculous. We lost a tire, over rev risk on the engine. Okay, that's interesting. This is a completely, aside from the, you know, the Ram Plow and the JATO that we're not using, this vehicle is completely stock, base game, all that jazz. And yeah, I definitely will have all the links for all the mods I'm using, whether it be the map, the JTOL thing, and the Chaos mod, dropping everything on us, in the description. If I forget, leave a comment, remind me. I'm terrible with that kind of stuff. I try my best, but I suck. I suck. Oh, there's a lot of vehicles that just spawn in front of us. That's concerning. I don't have vehicles set to explode when they spawn. And by explode, I mean like all the wheels, all the fenders, everything fly off of them. This time around, like we did in our very, very first testing video of this, I'll call it testing video, of this Chaos mod, just because I don't want to be constantly eating all the car's bumpers and getting them stuck in my tires. That's problematic. But really, I don't realistically see there being any vehicle, especially that doesn't help, that's going to be able to make it to the end of this map with this kind of thing happening. Unless we use a mod that makes the vehicles tougher, which does exist. I haven't really messed around with it. Like, I haven't. But that's kind of cheating, isn't it? what's the fun in that? Just here's the easy button. Here's activate creative mode, basically. Cars, look out. My vehicle's still working pretty good considering that my wheels are clipping through the flatbed of this truck here. I can even I could tilt it while we're going. Getting off the wheels, but I don't think it makes a difference at all. Anyway, but I think if I raised it up, it would just be something else to catch vehicles. If there was a glancing blow, it wouldn't help us at all. Now, if we could make this thing drive backwards in a hurry, oof, and jeez, we're taking some damage. I'm glad I'm not in that cab. And yeah, make this thing used as a ramp instead of a ram plow at the front. That might work okay. We almost got hit like a lawn dart right there. Who is playing lawn darts with SUVs and various other vehicles? Oh, this is a lot of fun though. I highly recommend, if you have this game, go get this Chaos mod and pick a map, any map you want, and just drive with things falling from the sky. You can really test the limits of your computer here too. We did it on the grid map, have, what was it, like 65 vehicles spawning simultaneously like this, dropping from the sky. It was just ridiculous. And I went from, you know, oh, I need to be careful in this corner. Almost had too much speed. Going from a couple hundred frames per second to, you know, 30 or 60 or something, which is still respectable considering what I'm making the game do. But I remember there being a time when this game first came out, you know, several computers ago. I was playing on a laptop at that point, a gaming laptop, mind you, but, you know, 12 years ago or something. And I could spawn maybe 4 AI vehicles, and then the game would just be struggling. It'd be like an unplayable, almost, frame rate. So the way the game has changed as far as how efficient it is, and how the technology has changed as far as processors and graphics cards and all that jazz, is really quite impressive in that sense. Amazing. It's been honestly wow, I was lucky. Quite the privilege to be able to play this game and see it develop throughout the years. It's been a pretty slow development path, I'll be honest, but it's been well worth the wait and has brought me many, many hours of fun. I'm concerned about this section I'm on, just because there's such a high speed going on. I can't... couldn't avoid that. Can't avoid that. We're spinning. I'm so lucky that... Oh, yeah. Recover. Yeah, perfect. Just 360. Alright. Engine is slightly damaged. That's fine. I don't blame it for not liking that. That was so lucky that we didn't hit that first car and get launched into a tree and then just have it be game over. I'm surprised we're making it this far, to be honest. I knew I had a feeling we'd make it farther than the last time, given that there's a lot less vehicles, but really couldn't imagine making it this far. I think it's just kind of luck of the draw, though. I guess, are we going to get that SUV dropped on our heads, or especially that big cube van thing? That would be a problem. That's just the sheer amount of weight. No matter where that hits us, I think we're toast. Just like when the rock hit us on the top of the flatbed there last time, or one of the last times around here. Yeah, that was game over, wasn't it? And, oh, there's the big vehicle again. Please stay over there. Cool. I don't want you to land in my lane. Also, on a side note, guys, as you can see, I'm not recording in super... Whoa! I kept a wheel from that truck. That was close. I'm not recording in the ultra widescreen at the moment. It's kind of a pain in the butt for me because my vehicle's broken. Because I've got letterboxing going on the side of my screen, but, you know, anything for you guys almost, right? Yeah, that is it for our vehicle. Our drive shaft is broken. The wheel is missing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the ultra widescreen? Is it more of a... Somebody described it as a more cinematic feel. And I think if you're watching on a mobile device, it doesn't make too much of a difference, to be completely honest. But definitely if you're watching on a relatively small 16:9 screen, I can absolutely, like a computer screen, that I can absolutely understand. But let's see if we can find one more thing to mess around with here, and then we will call it a wrap for today.